Good morning. Good Monday morning to you. August 15th, halfway through August. Rolling right along. Got some nice weather here in Tennessee this morning. Got some good stuff for you this week. Had something that come across my plate last week. Really got me to thinking. And what I want to talk about this week is how our perspective affects the world around us. How important is that to the world we live in? You know, I talk about all the time how our perspective affects ourselves and how to utilize that as a tool, but how does it affect the world around us? Does it? And does our perspective as a whole, as a country, affect how our worlds unfold? I believe it does. So what I want to talk to you about this morning is, have you ever been sold a load of crap? I want to try to put this nicely. I think we all have. Anybody that's lived a life, any period of time, at some point in time, we've been sold a load of crap. And it's usually by a friend that didn't have bad intentions. The only problem is they were sold a load of crap and they just passed it on to us. But somewhere up the chain, somebody had bad intentions and they were taking advantage of people. And I heard something last week and I got to thinking, I was like, man, these people got sold a load of crap. And that is this school board, and I don't know what state it was. It was North Dakota, South Dakota, somewhere. I may not even have that right. But anyways, it was somewhere out there. The school board had voted earlier this year to say the Pledge of Allegiance before every school board meeting. Great idea. I said it, growing up in school every morning. That's the first thing we did. We got up, said the Pledge of Allegiance. It's just a routine thing, but we did it every day. Didn't really think about it at the time. Is that really having an effect? But anyways, so recently, the school board just recently voted to get rid of it, to not do it. And the premise was that one guy on the school board said that statements within the Pledge of Allegiance are false. And I don't know what your thoughts or opinions are. I've always looked at the Pledge of Allegiance as that's what our country is striving to be, not necessarily what it is. I don't believe we're ever going to be 100% on anything because there's too much fluctuation in the world and there's bad people in the world. And I think the question is, how do we, live in a world and have a perspective and a vision for our world that creates less bad people? I think that would be one of the goals. But anyways, this guy sold the other school board members on that we should not say it because there's parts of this that is false. And I'm like, come on, man. Is it a bad thing to recite something that your country strives to be? And because your country has recited something they strive to be over the years since the beginning, it has caused our country to flourish, grow, be blessed. I'm like, come on, people. You've been sold a load of crap. This guy's convinced you that because, he's telling you there's false statement. No, it's not false statement. That's what we strive to be. That's my thought and opinion. So then I got thinking a little deeper on it, and I'm like, how important it is, for school-age kids to recite this over and over. It's implanting a vision in their mind of what America strives to be. Liberty and justice for all. Stuff of that nature. How important is that? I know it's just a routine thing, but have we learned anything from like the Tony Robbins of the world, the people that done the movie on Law of Attraction? What we focus on, we get more of. If you don't think so, just take a minute and study your life, study the people's lives around you and the things that they say all the time, and see if their life doesn't mirror the stuff that they focus on. It's not a hard thing to figure out. So if we want our country to be great, if we want liberty and justice for the most people, why wouldn't we have a vision, liberty and justice for all? Why wouldn't we promote that? Why wouldn't we want our kids saying that? Why wouldn't we want that affecting their vision for our country? What do we want them to have a vision of? That we're an oppressed country, that we should be fearful of everything, that we oppress people, that there's injustice for everybody. What do we want them thinking? What vision do we want them projecting out into the world and how that's affecting our world? I think it's important. My girls are homeschooled. I done made a rule this week from this point forward, they're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance every day. Because I'm like, man, that's important. It's important that you recite stuff on a daily basis of what we want the world to be. I'm a believer that, what we focus on, we get more of. We should focus in the present tense. A lot of times we should speak as if it's already happened. That's important if we want to have an effect on our life. So you may be able to chime in. This is not a political discussion. This is about, common sense. What we focus on, we get more of. What do we want our country to be? I mean, truly, who's against striving to have liberty and justice for all? Who's against good things? Find somebody that's against that, and I'll tell you, they've gone down the wrong road. They've been sold a load of crap by somebody that they bought into. This guy claims to be a socialist. Okay, that's a smart idea. Find me a place in the world that's worked. It hasn't been effective anywhere. So it's kind of like, okay, if you want to be successful at something, most people study other successful people. This guy is really, pretty much making the statement that, okay, this has failed everywhere. Let's study it. Let's make that our target. But anyways, so it's interesting. We can be sold a load of crap very easily if we're not aware that that's going on in the world. And man, I think it's time that we realize and wake up and have common sense that what we focus on, we get more of. What do we want to focus on? I want a world that's good for my kids. I believe them reciting that every day, having that vision, projecting that, gives them the chance to have a better life. So, just my thoughts for the day. I hope it has an impact on someone, and let me know your thoughts. But I'm going to focus on this week, how our perspective affects the world around us. I know I talk all the time how our perspective affects us, but I think it's good to explore how it affects the world around us. So I'm going to come up with some good examples this week and give them to you. You guys have a great Monday. I'll see you back in the morning.